So it's been just over a year since I uploaded my first video to YouTube, and I thought since I've done a few of these retrospective like videos, I'd make one more. I figured, the 1 year mark is it's kind of significant. So brace yourself, I'm about to ramble for a few minutes. It's been an interesting year. A lot of it is just a blur at this point. I know when I made the decision to upload a video last year, I was in a completely different place. I think I've mentioned this before, but I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, but I would always discourage myself from, sitting there and hitting record and, just making up excuses and procrastinating the whole thing. But I know my intention for starting this was just to really prove a point to myself that I could do it. And yeah, it was terrifying, but it was also really rewarding and just interesting to see where it's led me. I think for about 6 months I uploaded every week. I was really consistent with it, and as time went on, life just kind of got busier. I started this when I wasn't working. That changed over time, and it just kind of got harder to manage that and maintain some kind of schedule. To be honest, sometimes it wasn't even the case of not having enough time. Having the energy to sit there and record and edit and just go through that process, it was really time consuming, but also consumed a lot of my mental energy that I had very little of for a while. But I think the fact that I still managed to throw out whatever I was able to throw out, and still I could have done more, but I'm proud of the fact that I did as much as I did as well. I always told myself I would stop doing this if it started to feel like a burden or a chore, and thankfully I haven't reached that point yet. And what's funny is, as soon as I hit record and I'm playing the games again and doing whatever I'm planning to do, I lose myself in it and I'm having fun again. And even with the editing, it's a tedious process, but when I see that final result, it's so rewarding and it's so cool to see what I've put together. And also, just looking back at the kind of stuff I was making when I first started my channel, I know I had different ideas of the direction I wanted to go in, and that changed within the first couple of weeks. I made a lot of content about what it's like to be blind and, living with a disability and whatnot, but I kind of got bored of it, if I'm honest. It started to feel repetitive and I wasn't having fun. I was running out of things to talk about and it just felt boring. And don't get me wrong, I am happy to talk about my eyesight and my disability and things, but I don't want to make that the only thing about me. And, I've always had this attachment to the world of video games, and getting to showcase that and just combining those two things was the best decision I made. And again, I'm happy with the end result and the kinds of videos that I made. And the other thing is my comfort levels as well. Those first couple of videos I can't even watch anymore because I just cringe at how monotonous and robotic I sound, and it's clear that I'm uncomfortable, but as you watch on, you can just see how comfortable I get. Don't get me wrong, I still hate the sound of my voice, but I've learned to kind of tolerate it a bit more now. Another thing I learned pretty much straight away was how I was better at making videos where I'm not reading off a script and I'm just kind of freestyling it and just saying whatever comes to mind and then just editing all the unnecessary stuff out. It just feels more natural that way. To be honest, the direction of where I want to take this is still unclear to me, but that doesn't worry me. I'm just trying to do what I enjoy. I'm someone who enjoys playing games as a way to relieve stress and have fun. That's not to say that's all I'll ever do on this channel, but it's something I'm enjoying doing right now. And on top of that, I just so happen to be someone who has a disability, so it's an opportunity for me to show people with disabilities can also do fun stuff. We don't need to be put in this box of we can't do anything, all those stigmas and stereotypes that I won't get into right now. I'd be lying if I said I don't look at the statistics and the numbers and everything. The growth of my channel it's been interesting. I didn't expect it to go the way it has. That's not to say I'm disappointed by it. I don't know, I'm surprised by it. It's been gradual, and it does kind of make me wonder how long I would have to keep doing this until I reached a level where I'm actually considered a small creator instead of a microscopic one. Because let's be honest, if you don't have a few hundred subscribers, do you even exist on YouTube? That's not to say I'm not grateful for the people who do watch and who have subscribed. I cannot believe I have what I have, and it's really heartwarming to know that there is a handful of people who watch my videos consistently and enjoy what I make. I've even had people reach out to me just so they can tell me how much they enjoyed watching my video, and it means the world. I don't know where I'll be in a year's time. I can only hope that I'm able to continue doing this, because again, it's been a really interesting journey and a positive one, I would say. It's weird because we live in this time now where it's easier to look at who isn't creating content than to look at who is, and I guess there's a sense of imposter syndrome. You can't help but question what makes my channel different to anything else that's out there. And as corny and cringy as it sounds, I think that's why it's so important to just be yourself, not put on an act and not do things that aren't true to you. Anyway, I think I've rambled on for long enough. If you did make it to the end of the video, thank you. And if you're one of those few people who've subscribed and who watch my videos videos on a regular basis, or even a somewhat regular basis. I appreciate you. I cannot tell you that enough. Thank you for watching. As always, if you did enjoy it, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to leave suggestions of what kind of videos you want to see me make. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.